Hello, this is a demo of the social features in the Thirst app. I'm going to show you how you can use Thirst to create content and the different types of social interaction that Thirst supports, such as conversations on content, sharing content and assigning content. You can see my screen here, this is the dashboard. There's lots of different types of content you can create in Thirst. So you can see here, for example, there's a YouTube video, text content, an event, and a link. I'm just going to show you one example today of how you can create content, and that's a YouTube video. So if I click this plus icon in the bottom right hand corner, I can see the different types of content that I can create in Thirst. So let's say I've found a YouTube video that I thought would be helpful to share. I can just copy the link to that, and then if I type a title for that, how to increase your confidence, and then select the type of content that I'm adding. So let's go with YouTube, and then I can paste the URL into that, and then I'll create that. That'll then create the content in Thirst. So you can see that that's now added that in draft mode, and we know it's in draft mode because there's an option to publish at the top of the screen here. It imports the video into the platform so that when you publish that, it plays it directly from the platform. So you can see how easy it is to share things that you find online. Me personally, I do loads of my learning related to work on places like YouTube or blogs or that kind of thing, stuff that isn't your courses or mandatory learning. So we've made it really easy to share these things on the platform. So let's say I've made this now, and there's a few specific people in the company who I think would enjoy watching this. I can share it with them really easily by selecting this share icon here. That brings up a list of all the people and groups in the company. So let's say I think Sarah and Matt would like this piece of content. So that's it, that's shared that with them now. And I'm just going to swap over to another window I've got open with one of these users. And you can see on this user's screen, they've got a little icon up here telling them that they've got a notification. So if I click on that, you can see the notification that content's been shared with me. So that just makes it easier to know when people have interacted with you in the app. And with each notification, you also get sent an email, so that sort of supports adoption and makes sure people are aware that there are new things in the platform for them to use and interact with. So I'm viewing the content as that user now, and one big feature of Thirst is interacting with other people's content. So let's say I've watched this video and I enjoyed it, and I want to show my appreciation for that. So I can like the content, or I can comment on the content and say, great video. And one other thing you can do is mention people in comments. So I want Joseph to see this. So let's say, great video, Joseph. Particularly like point 3. And then I can submit that. So if we go back to Joseph's window now, we can see that he's got a notification that Sarah's liked that content and has mentioned him in a comment. Say I'm not on that content anymore, I've gone to do something else, I can then click on that notification and it takes me back to that. And then comments are also built to encourage people to start conversations and have conversations around that content. So just as an example, I can click reply on that and I can say, glad you liked it. So that just gives you an example of a little conversation and how Thirst can support social learning in that way. What about mandatory content? What if I've got a piece of content that people have to complete, say for example a health and safety course, or a regular yearly thing that we need to do around quality management. So you can see here there's some compliance training. What I can do here is, rather than sharing the content like I did before, I can assign the content. So again, we'll use the same user to demo this. I've assigned it to Sarah. And then if I switch back to the window where Sarah's profile is, then I've got a notification that content's been assigned to me. And if I then go to that, I can start that learning. And if we go to the dashboard, we can see that compliance training has then come to the front of my up next carousel. So I know that's the next thing that I need to complete. So that's an example of how you can assign things to people, things that they have to complete, rather than just sharing it with them and then viewing it if they want to. Because then we can go back to that. If I go back to Joseph's profile and I go back to this compliance training, I can look at the people who have been assigned that content, and I can see that Sarah's not started that yet. And once Sarah's completed that, I'll see that on this screen. So say I assign that to a few people. Then this screen will give me an indication of who's completed it and who I need to chase up to finish that. So that's a short demo of the how to create content and the social features that are available in Thirst. I hope that was useful. Thanks for watching.